Hey guys, it's your girl D-Light, and week 1 is already in the books. A lot happened that I think we should definitely get into. For week 1 and throughout the whole regular season, I'll be covering the Texans, the Dolphins, Jaguars, Cowboys, Saints, and Panthers. All 6 teams I will be covering over this regular season and throughout the postseason if they make it all the way there. First, let's start with the Texans. Going into week 2, they're 0-1, and they played last week the New Orleans Saints. Deshaun Watson looked great. He has truly embraced his role as the quarterback. His receivers really showed their athleticism, and they presented themselves to really be contenders in the AFC South, not only in the AFC South, but in the whole league. The Texans as a whole really showed that they can keep calm under pressure and really keep their composure throughout the game. Now that we're in week 2, they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I think they'll be fine overall because Jacksonville is stumbling out of the gate, still trying to find their rhythm. For week 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are 0-1 and they do play the Texans in week 2. Now during week 1 against the Chiefs, the Jaguars really found it hard to keep their stride, but eventually they caught up. But as time went on, they did fall behind. The Jaguars did face a significant injury in their lineup. Their quarterback, Nick Foles, had to step out in the first quarter. With that, their backup quarterback, Gardner Minshew, will take over for Nick Foles for the Jaguars, and then they'll have to try to rebuild as the season goes along. He will be covering for a majority of the season for the Jaguars. And for a backup quarterback, he looked okay, but going into week 2 against the Texans, it's really going to be a struggle and a challenge for the team. Heading into week 2 with the Dolphins, they are 0-1. They played the Ravens in week 1. What the Dolphins can improve on is their defense, and also their quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick. He was very easily read, and which led to interceptions and mistakes. In week 2, Dolphins played the New England Patriots, and it will be a very tough challenge to get 1-1 for this week. Then we have the Saints. They're 1-0. They played the Texans in week 1. They really struggled to get answers until late in the game. But as a Saints fan, we know it is a ritual, it is a common thing to know that the Saints will try to make a push and a comeback in the fourth quarter. One thing they need to improve on significantly is their defense. Tight coverage is needed in defense because of the opponents that they're playing in the few upcoming weeks. And speaking of few upcoming weeks, the Saints are playing the Rams in week 2. And speaking of the Rams, this is a redemption game from last year in the playoffs, and overall this is a redemption season. And after coming off this victorious win against the Texans, I believe there's going to be a lot of confidence going into this game. Next we have the Cowboys, who are now 0-1 in their division and going off of a win in week 1 against the Giants, which was a phenomenal win. It was flawless. Dak looked great in his flawless and solid passes throughout the game. His receivers look strong and very healthy throughout the game. And now that it's week 2 for the Cowboys, going into this week they're playing the Redskins. They have no fear and no doubt that they will win this game. And last but not least, we have the Carolina Panthers. They played the Bills in week 1. They struggled against the Bills, which was a complete shocker, and their offense looked slow and produced underwhelming results. They are headed into week 2 against the Bucks, and I'm looking for them to pick up their pieces again. That is a wrap of week 1 and expectations for week 2. And it's your girl D-Light. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.